Good morning. Morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm just gonna wait for people to get on as usual, and then I'll begin. I hope everybody's doing well. I slept in this morning. I was up late watching Master of None. I don't know if anybody watches that, but it's with Aziz Ansari. He's this comedian that's really funny. And he has this show, and it really tackles like modern day dating and modern day technology and dating and different cultural issues. It's actually really good. I recommend it. It's on Netflix. Okay, some people are getting on, so that's good. I guess I'll begin. I never know when to begin exactly, but the replay is always available, so I guess I will start now. Alright, well, welcome, guys. Happy Friday. Hi, Arthur. Thanks for joining. Happy Friday. Today's topic is all about creating expectations, and this is actually a really great topic because it's something that I struggle with as well, and I think a lot of people struggle with. And it's a great thing to talk about how to kind of overcome it and why it's just not effective at all. So I will begin as soon as I introduce myself, because I always forget that part. My name is Justine Leslie. I'm a spiritual coach, healer, and mentor. I especially support around, hi John, I support and coach around being a highly sensitive person and an empath. I do this because it's my #1 pain point, and I know it's something that's really misunderstood in the world today, and there's not a lot of research on it, and there's not a lot of knowledge on it, or true knowledge on it. So I really focus on that. Today we're not really getting into that too much. Today is just in general for everybody. This is about expectations and creating them in our minds, and how ineffective it could be, and how it could actually bring you a negative life. So it's actually not doing you any good. So I'll kind of explain. So what do I mean by an expectation? Well, I can give you an example. If you, if you're single, I'm single, before going on a date, if I really psych myself up that this is going to be a great date, and then, a great guy, and then I meet them, and then they're an absolute loser, they're not my type, they're not my physical type, whatever it is, and, I feel let down because I created that expectation in my head, right? But the key word here is that it was created in my head, right? So anything that's really created in our head really isn't real. The thing that's real is what's created in our hearts. So we can kind of control our mind and switch our mindset to not creating expectations, right? So there's two of my favorite quotes, and I wrote them down, about expectations that I really love. So, and it's funny because I used to have a roommate that used to say this to me all the time, and I didn't really grasp, I wasn't conscious enough or, aware of what he actually meant by this quote, but it's so true. I want to share it with you guys. When you create expectations, you will always be disappointed, right? That's the quote. And then the second quote I want to share with you, and this one's from Kyle Cease. I don't know if anybody follows him, but he's a really good spiritual leader. He's actually a comedian turned spiritual leader, and he's really great. I would definitely look into a lot of his stuff. He does a lot of mindset shifts and a lot of consciousness work, so he's really good for that. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so this is his quote. "No one ever broke your heart, just your expectations." Think about that. No one ever broke your heart, just your expectations. So this is interesting. So those two quotes are interesting. We're actually sabotaging ourselves by creating the expectations. So we're actually disappointing ourselves because we're letting our mind control what the world actually is, right? So, okay, so when we're creating expectations, we're actually doing two different things, right? So the first thing that we're trying to do means that we're trying to gain some type of control about what's going to happen in the future. Does that make sense? So what we're trying to do is either control the people, hey Harsh, we're either trying to, hi Meg, hi, it's been a while. So what we're trying to do is control or change the person that we're making the expectation about, right? So if we, you know, going back to the dating, if I have an expectation about a date I'm going on, you know, and they turn out to be not what, you know, my mind has created an image of who they are. Hi Jean, yes, I would like some coffee. I probably will get some coffee today after my run. How'd you know? Yeah, so if we create an expectation about the person we're supposed to meet on the date, they turn out to not be exactly what we're looking for, we're trying to control the situation, right? We're trying to make them fit into the mold of what our mind wants them to be. And that is a part of control. And, you know, I keep hearing this saying in the spiritual world about nothing is under control, but everything is under control, right? The illusion I create of what I expect someone else to be is a form of control. Exactly, Maggie, exactly. So this isn't, right? Like, control is not love, right? So anytime we're doing that, we can really, and that's like a really great way to be self-aware that we're actually using our mind instead of our heart, because control is not love. Love is not control. So that's an easy identifier of our mind being able to take over. And when you create expectations, the second thing that you do is that means that you're not, of why you do it, means that you're not living presently, right? So going back to, I'm using the same example because it just works perfectly. And I guess that's kind of my life right now. And I think a lot of people really struggle with that with dating, to be honest with you. So, yeah, okay, so it means that you're not living presently. So you're not concentrated on how you feel in the moment. You're concentrated on trying to control what the future outcome is. So you're trying to create expectations about something that hasn't happened. Kind of goes with the first one. So you're not in the now, which is, I don't want to say harmful, but it's not doing you any good, right? We can only deal what is happening to us right now, right? The past doesn't exist, the future doesn't exist. What it does exist is what's happening right now. And a lot of people don't live presently. And, you know, hello, I'm the first one, right? Like, I'm the first one to say that I struggle with this, right? I'm not perfect. I do it all the time. I constantly have to work on stuff like this. So, yeah, it's just really hard to stay present. And some tricks to stay present, and it's definitely, meditation and grounding exercises. But what I also found works was going into nature and being really grounded that way, because the more grounded you are, instead of head in the clouds, which is like me, like all the time basically, and I have to work to be grounded, like I have to work to remember that I'm in my body. Like, being in your body and one with nature can really help you stay as present as possible, right? Because we can really be in our heads and we can really be in our souls, right? Like, but being down to earth can really help you, excuse me, stay present. Nature walks are great for meditation. I agree, Harsh, I agree. Sorry, can I just take a sip of water really quick? I think my allergies are still messing with me. Okay. What he said, yes. Cool. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up, and hopefully this all helped. And this can all help in the 3 areas of, yeah, I actually have to go. I'm sorry. Somebody is, like, can you guys hold on 1 second? Hold on 1 second. I don't need anything today. Okay. Yeah. I'm in a meeting. Can you give me 10 minutes? 10? Okay, I'm back. Thanks. Sorry guys, I'm back. Allergies come from not loving the pollen. Love the pollen and your body will stop fighting it. Blessings to you. Interesting. I like that. That's about my allergies, huh? Okay. Sorry, somebody was at my door. Anyway, alright, let me wrap this up, because I do have to go, but, I just want to finish with, and I want to word this right, creating expectations doesn't really do anything that is really a positive in your life. And, you know, the last broadcast I did, it was like, there's no good or bad, but there definitely is positive and negative, and we want to live this life as blissful and joyfully and positive as we possibly can. And creating expectations, oh, thanks, Mac. Creating expectations, it really, I heard something similar about pain, how monks are able to go through extreme pains and letting it pass through them, experiencing it, not. That's interesting. Feeling the feelings and letting them pass. Yeah, that's actually a good topic. Maybe I'll talk about that next week. Yeah, but we're just trying to live a very positive life, uplifting life. This could really help you as well with your, you know, I've mentioned your dating life, but also relationships, especially relationships with family members or partners, because, and especially partners, I guess, because we do put them at a higher, like we expect them to be almost like a reflection of ourselves. And, you know, we spend a lot of time, you know, putting somebody down because they don't meet that expectation or disappoint you. It's not about you. It's about really loving them for who they are, and accepting them for who they are. So this expectation thing could really help in all aspects of your life. So I encourage you to kind of be self-aware of what you're doing in your everyday life and how you go about things and kind of where your mind takes you. And I think it'll be really, really helpful for you. So I hope this helped. Sorry about the interruption before, but I will be on live again on Monday. Again, I hope this helped, and thank you for everybody that's jumped on, and thank you for watching the replay, for those watching the replay, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.